Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Olivia. I am an author, a writing coach. I'm a faith-based entrepreneur. I do public speaking. I teach people how to use vision and prayer boards, and I'm all about teaching particularly women how to intertwine your faith with your business. You don't need to separate them. And so thank you so much for jumping on my channel today. Today's topic I want to talk about, today is my birthday. I'm 53 years young. 53 years young, and I want to talk to you guys about menopause. So guys, if you're married or if you have a mom, don't shy away from the topic, because over here, men and women, we need to know some of the same information. And if you have a mom, if you have an aunt, if you have a wife, at some point, this topic will come up and you need to know how to help them. You need to have information. My husband is great about researching things on the topic of menopause to help me, because he loves me. And so I want to help you guys by giving you some tools and signs to watch for all about menopause. So I started menopause around 50, probably 49. And there are studies to say that if you have a child later on in life, then that pushes you a little faster towards menopause. I had my fourth baby at 40. Yes, I had my fourth child at 40. Not because that was necessarily my plan. I had fertility issues. I had some miscarriages prior to that. And, God decided that he was going to give us our fourth child when I was 40 years old. So of course, anything that comes from God is a blessing. So I just roll with that. But around 49 years old, I started feeling my body shift. My skin was drier, and I tend to have sensitive skin, but my skin was drier. My hair was more dry and brittle. I started with some mood swings, and I'm usually like a really upbeat, happy kind of girl. But I started to notice, I had some, I would snap really easy. Things would annoy me super easy. And it was compounded. It's not just because I was 49 and going through menopause, but I was also doing that while being a caregiver to my aging, very ill mom who passed away. March will be 2 years. So I was her caregiver. So I had a lot going on, and running 2 businesses and working a full-time job, and I had a lot going on. And I look back on that time, and it was only the grace of God that I made it out of that season with my mind intact, right? But the things that I was noticing, my sleep was not good. I was having hot flashes, mood swings. It was easier for me to gain a pound and hold on to a pound. Whereas before, because I'm really active, I'm into hiking, I'm up and moving all the time, but I was noticing these things, right? And so, I'm a firm believer in going to the doctor. I get all of my checks. The month of January, I see the dermatologist, I see my OBGYN, I get my mammogram, I have a full blood panel, I go see a cardiologist. Like, I am that girl. I'm super serious about my health. And so when I did my full blood panel, my levels, my estrogen, my testosterone, and, the thyroids and all those things, definitely my estrogen numbers were going down. And so, my doctor was like, yeah, you're entering menopause, and, but there was not a lot of information. So one of the things that I did to combat it was hot flashes. Like, I would just wake up at night sweating for no apparent reason, but we know the hormones. So I went through 6 months of acupuncture, and it really helped, right? That was my first time trying acupuncture, but I'd done the research and saw that there was some information that indicated that it would help to relieve not only like stress and certain, anxiety and tension in your body, but also hot flashes. And it really did help me. So, I also noticed like my energy level was super low, and I'm not that girl. I'm really active. And so it progressively kept getting worse, right? So we're in 2026. This is year 3. And literally 2 weeks ago, I went and got my blood work done again. And my estrogen levels are the lowest that they've been, right? But I felt my body was sending me all the signals that's happened. I'm not having as many hot flashes as I used to, but I still do get them. So certain things that I've been doing to really help me is like meditation and prayer. And I'm a Christian girl already. If any of you guys follow me, you know that I'm a Christian girl already. But really just honing into like meditation and using like my grounding mats, which has really helped me. Another thing that has helped me with sleep is magnesium glycinate. I take 3 of these at nighttime to really help me to stay asleep, because I would go to sleep, but I wouldn't stay asleep. I would sleep for like 2 hours and then I wake up, and it'd take me like 3-4 hours to get back to sleep for another hour. So, broken sleep is not really good for you. So, the magnesium glycinate really helped me to stay asleep longer. Now, as of this year, 2 new things that I'm using this year is the estradiol. My doctor prescribed that for me. And so I take, this is the patch, and these are the bioidentical one. Do your research. These are the bioidentical one. They're literally a little strip, and I'm going to open it because I've got to put one on. So the way my doctor started me out is I put on one of these patches twice a week. I'll see him in 3 months. He'll redo my blood work and to see if my numbers come up. But it's a little tiny little white patch that you put on your belly, anywhere on your belly, and you don't put it in the same spot, you move it around. So I'll literally be putting this on off camera, of course, because I'm wearing a dress with a zipper, right? So this is week 1 that I've been using it, and I can say that I actually am feeling the effects. The second thing that is new, this is week 1, is the progesterone, and it's 100 milligram capsule. You take 1 capsule daily, every day, right? So this is a script for 30, and then there's refills on it. I've already been taking it. Today's Thursday, so I've already been taking it since Sunday, and I definitely feel better, right? Prior to getting those 2 scripts that I showed you, I was using the Progest cream. You get this on Amazon. A health coach recommended this to me. It's a cream. It looks like this, and you literally get like a little dollop here, and you rub it. You can put it on the inside of your arms. You can put it on your belly. You can put it on the inside of your thigh, or you can put it on your chest. And it's just like, let's say, like the size of a pea size. Oops, and that fell. Like the size of a pea size. You rub it up and you put it on your chest. You put it on your belly, or you put it, between your arms or between your thighs. And it absorbs through your bloodstream. So I was using that before, but my doctor talked to me, and I did my research before I went to him. He talked to me and let me know that the bioidentical tablets have a bigger impact than the cream. So not that the cream is bad, it's just a smaller percentage. The bioidentical tablets work better. I am not a doctor, disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I am not in the healthcare field at all. I am just a 53-year-old woman who is going through menopause, have talked to other women who are going through menopause or have gone through menopause, have done my research about menopause and things that, will help me, have spoken to my regular family doctor about the topic and things that they know to work, and then spoken to my OBGYN who delivered my last son and walked me through, infertility issues and miscarriages. And, he's a wonderful doctor, so we sit and really hash through, and I ask him the questions like, if I was your wife, if I was your mom or your grandmother or your aunt or a woman in your life that you love more than any other person, what you're recommending for me to use, the treatment that you're recommending for me, would you recommend for them to do the same? And every time he absolutely says 100. And my regular doctor also does that. But not only that, they've also shared resources with me that are all natural. So it's not like they're pushing a medication. They're asking me, okay, here are your options, natural and prescription. I recommend A. What are your thoughts? Do you have any questions? And I appreciate that. So another thing I want to bring up is exercise. Guys, at our age, ladies, at our age, it's so important that we stay active, but not just with cardio things, with weightlifting. So I wear a weighted vest. If you follow me on social, I've talked about it before, but I want you to research weighted vest for women over 40. Game changer. Another thing, you can also lift weights. I go to the gym. You can also do free weights, but the weighted vest is easy. You get up, you get dressed, you put it on, you do all the things you're doing in your house or in the car, out in your community. So it's not like a big ask, right? So it's easy, but yes, you can go to the gym and you can do the bench presses and all of the things with weights, right? The other thing is to drink plenty of water, because when we're going through menopause, our skin gets dried out. And so drink a lot of, fluids, especially that, it's called reverse osmosis water, coconut water. You can put a little Himalayan salt in your water so that you get some magnesium. It's super important to stay hydrated, and not just ingesting hydration, but use really good moisturizers on your face. I use moisturizer combined with castor oil. I use a couple different moisturizers. I can do another video just talking about those. But those are some of the things I want to talk to you about, going through menopause. So if you're between 40 and 50 and you feel like you're getting irritable, you're not sleeping really good, things get on your nerves, you have low energy, you have brain fog, like you literally walk in the kitchen and you're like, why am I here? Or, I noticed things like I was putting on my pants backwards. I was putting on my shoes I was doing some of the stuff. I looked at my mom when she was doing it. I was like, Mom, what's going on with you? Well, now I'm that person. So I want to give you the knowledge to start looking out. And even if you're not noticing what's going on in your body, go to your doctor and have a full blood panel done. You want your magnesium levels, you want your thyroid levels, you want your estrogen levels, you want your testosterone levels. Yes, women have testosterone a lot lower than dudes, but you want to go to your doctor and get those full blood panels done. If you have a healthcare provider that you feel like is not knowledgeable or not giving you natural options along with medical options, or they're just telling you, girl, go take an antidepressant, find a new one and learn to advocate for yourself. So guys, this is January. Ladies, this is January. I want to empower you if you're between 40 and 50, perimenopause or menopausal, and you need some tips, tools, and strategies to help you navigate the season of life. Before you your husband, I'm not advocating it, but before you off your husband because he left the toilet seat up or he wore his shoes in the house, I want to give you some tools to help you stay mellow, to still help you love this season of life, because there is still so much life left in us beyond 40, beyond 50, beyond 60. Thank you so much for joining my channel today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share. I want to really increase my viewers to 10,000 viewers this year. Will you help me by subscribing, commenting, let YouTube know that you love these kinds of topics, and drop in the comments below. What's your age bracket? Are you in menopause, perimenopause? What other information would you like for me to share? Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.